there. I thought this morning what a really nice idea it would be to make an overnight oats breakfast. It's really great because you can have it in the fridge overnight, it can do you a few days, and you've got a really sort of healthy, energy-packed breakfast for when you wake up, something that you don't need to think about before you come down the stairs. So I'm going to talk you through the ingredients. I'm going to tell you why they're really important for your energy and for your mental health. So the first thing we've got are oats, and oats are great. They're full of fibre, which feed our gut bugs. And I think what's amazing is we're like 10% human and 90% gut bugs. So who's ruling who? And they know now that there are more messages that go to our brain from our gut than the other way round. So the better, the happier our stomach is, the better we feel. And we know that ourselves because when we go out to and we feel nervous, where do we feel it? We feel it often in our stomach. So we've always known that our stomach needs to be kept happy, and oats are great for that. They're also full of B vitamins, which we need to make our neurotransmitters. So our serotonin, which is our happy neurotransmitter, we need B vitamins for that. So we've got our oats. The next thing we've got is milk. I like to use full fat organic. We know that when we use full fat, then we're going to get more vitamin D, because vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, so it needs the fat. So go for full fat, go for organic. And now we've got this little tiny seed here called a chia seed, and chia seeds are brilliant. All seeds are great because if you think about it, a seed grows into a plant. So imagine that tiny, tiny little powerhouse that's got everything you need in it to become a plant, to become something amazing. So imagine we ate that, we could harness all that energy. We've also got, it's got omega-3 in it. Omega-3 fats is a fat that the body can't make, but it makes up our brain. So our brain is made up of this fat, so we need it, we need to eat it. So we've got that here. And we've got live yogurt. The reason I use live yogurt again is because it's got some bacteria in it, which is really good for our stomach. So I've got some really nice full fat yogurt. I've got some blueberries here. Berries are absolutely fantastic. They're the lowest sugar of all fruits, and they're absolutely full of antioxidants, which we need. I've got some vanilla here. The more vanilla we use, the less sugar we need to use. I've got some cinnamon. Cinnamon's great for balancing blood sugars. And one thing I've forgotten that I'm going to add in is some maple syrup. So I'm going to go and get that now. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to use a big mug here, and I'm going to fill it 3/4 full of oats. This should do about 3 breakfasts, so it's quite nice to make a little bit extra. So I've got 3/4 cup of oats there, and I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. These will swell up in the milk, so you need extra liquid, otherwise they won't get the chance to swell up, and then they won't become that kind of nice fibrous way that's going to really help our stomachs. So I'm going to add 2 lots of the 3/4 cup of milk. So however much oats you put in, just put in double the amount of milk. So I've got 2 lots of 3/4 cup. I started working early on a Tuesday morning, so it was really nice to leave a breakfast for the boys, my boys, knowing that they were eating something that was healthy, and I could just leave it in the fridge for them to help themselves to. I'm going to do 2 big tablespoons of live yogurt in here, big heaped ones, and then I'm on to the flavouring. So I've got a teaspoon of vanilla, and they did an experiment where people who used vanilla perfumes or sniffed vanilla through the day ate less sugar. So it's a really nice way to manage those sugar cravings. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon a day is meant to help balance your blood sugar. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm going to add a tablespoon of maple syrup. You can always add a bit more if you want a bit more when you have your breakfast. You can see how easy this is. You're literally just adding everything in to the one bowl. And then I've got blueberries. Any frozen fruit or fresh fruit will do. I've got about 2 handfuls here, and then I might add a bit more to the top once I sit down to eat. So stirring it all together. And then what I would do is leave this out of the fridge for half an hour, because some of your chia seeds might get stuck around the edge of your bowl. The cinnamon, as you can see, isn't mixing in quite yet. So if you leave it outside the fridge for half an hour and then give it another stir before you put it in the fridge overnight. So here we go, lid on, sorry, lid on, and then I'm going to leave that in the fridge overnight. Okay, so this has been soaking for a couple of hours now, and I'm going to plate up. So I'm just going to put some into this bowl. It's got a nice shade of kind of like a toffee colour because of the cinnamon. It stays a lot whiter if you don't add the cinnamon. So I'm going to put some into the bowl here with the blueberries in it, and I'm going to top it off with a bit of extra yogurt to make sure we're getting a lot of that good bacteria in. And then I'm going to add some more blueberries on top that I've taken out of the freezer. The best way to get your berries at the moment is from the freezer. They quite often freeze them straight from picking, so you keep all the nutrients. A little bit of maple syrup on top. Well, that came out a bit fast. And I'm just going to do some pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are absolutely fabulous, full of zinc, which is what we need for our immune system. So there we go, a really healthy, quick and easy overnight oats breakfast. I really hope you enjoy it and it takes some stress out of your breakfast times. See you next week. Bye.